The name of the story is Sick Lion and Clever Fox.
Once upon a time, there was a forest. There was a lion living in the forest. When he was young, he would kill his prey whenever he was hungry. But after a few years, that lion had grown old and he could no longer kill his own prey. So he started starving. So he thought to himself one day,
"Oh, I have gone so old that I cannot kill my own prey. What I can do now? What should I do for me to get my food?"
Then all of a sudden, he thought of an idea. He thought of resorting to cunning and lie. So he would pretend to be ill and sit in front of his cave and tell every animal that he is sick and they should come and visit him and inquire about his health. The lion put a wicked plan into practice, and animals actually started visiting the lion. He would welcome all of them and would thank them for coming initially. He would tell the animals,
"Oh, thank you, my friend, that you came to check my health. But I am so sick and old that I cannot even lift my paw. Can you help me and go inside the cave and bring my medicine?"
so the animal who would visit him would get into his cave. As soon as animal is inside his cave, lion will go inside and kill that animal, and he would eat that animal as his food. Again next day, he would do the same thing. He would come out, sit in front of his cave, waiting for the next animal. Day by day, every animal that would come and pay visit to this lion started disappearing from the forest. There was a clever fox. He realized that his friends who paid visit to the lion never came back. So he thought to himself,
"What this lion is doing? I must see, and I must check it out. What's the matter here?"
So he went and paid visit to this lion. As usual, this lion was waiting for his next prey. He saw this fox and he invited him over. He said,
"Oh, dear fox, so nice of you to have come and paid visit to me. Oh, I am so sick and old. Can you do me a favor, please?
The fox replied to him,
Yes, Mr. Lion. I can definitely help you. What do you want me to do?
The lion said,
Oh, my dear fox, I have become so sick that I cannot even get up from here. Can you please go inside my cave and bring me my medicines?
Fox thought to himself, yes, this would be his trap. Then he looked around the cave. He saw that there was the footmarks of animals only going inside the cave. He never saw any footmark which is showing that any animal has come out of the cave. He smartly understood the move and the intention of this lion and said to him, Oh, my friend lion, how is it that I can only see the footprints of my friend animals going inside your cave and not coming out? Is everybody who came to you is inside the cave? Oh, I don't believe that. At that time, Lion realized that Fox has understood his evil intentions. And then he tried to defend himself, saying,
Oh, no, Fox. I have removed all those marks from the ground.
But this explanation was in vain. Fox could realize that Lion was telling a lie. So he told the lion, Oh, my dear friend lion, I know you're lying. And I know that you have killed all my fellow animals who paid visit to you. Now this will not happen anymore. I will go to the jungle and alarm everybody so that nobody will come to you. Remember, the lie would not long for a long time. That way, Fox went back to the jungle and told everybody that they should not visit the lion if they love their life. Otherwise, lion would just kill them with his lie. From that day onwards, no animal paid visit to the lion, and lion actually starved to death. Moral of the story is, never lie to people for your selfish motives. Otherwise, in the end, you will be left alone with your misery.
The name of this story is The Magic Pot. Once upon a time, there lived a farmer in the village. He used to go to his farm every day and do his farming activities. One day, he was digging the farm to prepare it for sowing the seeds for coming monsoon. All of a sudden, he found a big pot in the farm. He took the pot out and he wondered what that pot will be useful for. So he just kept that pot aside and started his usual activities again. During the lunch time, he just kept his spade in that pot while he was eating. When the farmer finished his lunch, he saw to his surprise that his spade was multiplied to 100 spades in that pot. He was really surprised. He thought to himself,
Oh, I did not bring 100 spades. I just brought only one spade. How come the one spade became 100 spades? I don't understand.
Then he thought this must be something to do with the pot. So he took away those 100 spades and took up a stone from nearby and put that stone in that pot. And then when he looked inside the pot, instead of a stone that he put in, there were 100 stones lying there. That is when he realized that the pot was magical. So he brought the pot back home and kept it in secret. From that day on, he used the pot to satisfy his needs. So, whenever he wanted a cloth, he will put a piece of cloth and he will get cloth enough for him to make his clothes. Whenever he was hungry, he would put a fruit in that pot and he would get 100 fruits back from the pot. That way, gradually, he started becoming rich. But that farmer was an honest farmer. He never used the magic of the pot for satisfying his greed. He was not a greedy farmer. However, his neighbor noticed that this farmer is getting richer and richer every day. So, he tried to find out the secret of his richness. So, one day, neighbor stood outside his window, peeping into the house of this farmer to find out what this farmer is doing. That time, farmer kept a little spoon of milk inside the pot, and he took out a liter of milk from the pot. Now I understand, said the neighbor. He said that magical pot is giving him all the richness. So, this wicked neighbor, envious neighbor, decided to steal this pot from this farmer. That night itself, he stole that pot from the farmer's house and took it back home to his own house. He was very eager to find out the magic of the pot. But before that, he just wanted to find out if there is anything inside the pot. So he put his hand in the pot, but obviously there was nothing in the pot. But to his surprise, when he took out his hand, he realized that now he has 100 hands to his bodies. And now he was really scared because he did not know how to bring those 100 things back to one again. So next day, as he came out of the house, the people were really scared and they thought he is some kind of demon with 100 hands on one side and one hand on other. So the other villagers started stoning him and they drove him away. When this farmer saw all this happening, he realized that the neighbor must have stolen the pot from him and must have put in his hands into it. So, the moral of the story is, do not be envious of anyone and never ever steal anything from anyone.
Goose with golden egg.
Once upon a time, there was a village called Hoshiarpur. Hoshiarpur was a village of plenty. People had big farms and they were very happy with the crop. In that village, there lived a farmer called Ram Singh. Ram Singh also was very happy, and he also had a lot of cattle and gooses. He lived off selling their milk and eggs. One day, Ram Singh found a goose which lay one golden egg per day. When he found that goose, he was very happy. That goose will give one golden egg every morning to Ram Singh. Ram Singh will take that egg every day and he will take that egg to the goldsmith. He will tell the goldsmith,
Oh, my friend, can you give me some money for this golden egg?
Goldsmith was very surprised. He asked Ram Singh,
Where did you get this golden egg, my friend?
but Ram Singh will not give the answer to this question because it was his little secret. Every day Ram Singh will take one golden egg to the goldsmith and trade it for money. Very soon he became very rich. But then goldsmith asked him,
Hey Ram Singh, if you are bringing the golden egg from whatever the source, if you bring 1,000 eggs at one time, I will give you 10 times the money that I give you for one egg. Can you do that?
when Ram Singh came back, he thought,
Oh, that's a nice offer. If my goose is giving one egg every day, that means it would have a lot of stock of the golden eggs in its stomach. Why don't I just kill the goose and get all the golden eggs together and earn 10 times the money from the goldsmith?
he thought to himself,
Yeah, that's a good plan. I will do that next morning.
So Ram Singh got up very early next morning and he went to see the goose. The goose was sleeping very quietly. He actually caught up the goose and killed him with the knife. He opened its stomach, but to his dismay, he did not find anything. There was not even a single golden egg in the stomach of the goose. That is the time when Ram Singh realized his mistake. He thought to himself,
What a foolish person I am to listen to the goldsmith and become so greedy. Not only that I have lost my goose, but I have also lost the opportunity of one golden egg per day. What a fool am I!
The moral of the story is, don't be greedy on the advice of anybody, because greediness leads to disaster.
Name of the story is Unity is Strength. Once upon a time, in a village, there lived a farmer. That farmer had 3 sons. They were always quarreling with one another. The farmer tried his level best to bring them to the right path, but they never listened to the farmer and heed his advice. So the farmer felt very worried, and he thought to himself,
How am I going to convince them that if they keep on quarreling, the others would take advantage of them? They have to be together.
One day, he thought of an idea. He called his sons and asked them to bring a few sticks. All 3 sons went around and brought some wooden sticks with them. When they brought those sticks, he tied them into one bundle, and he gave that bundle to each of the sons. He gave it to the first son and said,
My son, try all your strength and try to break it. Can you do it? Let me see.
First son said to his father,
Oh, father, it is such a simple task. I will break that in 1 minute. You see?
Farmer just smiled away. This first son tried all his strength and power to break the bundle of sticks, but he could not break it at all. Being tired, he gave that bundle back to the farmer. Now, the farmer went to the second son and said,
Son, can you try to break the bundle now?
The son said to his father,
Oh, father, this is so easy. I will break this bundle in just a moment.
Farmer smiled again, and he watched as his second son struggled to break the bundle into pieces. After a while, when the second son realized that he could not break the bundle, he gave it back to the farmer. Now it was time for the third son. Farmer went to his third son and said,
Oh son, can you take a shot at breaking this bundle? Your other 2 brothers could not break it.
The third son said to his father,
Oh, father, it is so obvious. They could not break it because they are weak. I am so strong. I will break that bundle in a snap of a second.
Farmer smiled again. And as he watched the third son again struggling to break the bundle, he realized that his message is going to get across soon. As the third son could not break the bundle, he gave the bundle back to his father. Now, this time, father broke the bundle and gave 1 stick each to those 3 sons and said,
Okay, you tried the bundle. Now can you break the stick?
And before even he finished his sentence, all 3 sons of the farmer broke the stick immediately. Farmer looked at all 3 sons. By now, even all 3 of them realized
what their father was telling them. They realized that if they keep on quarreling, they will be not united, and anybody can break them and take advantage of them. But if they unite and work together, they will be so strong like bundle of the sticks that nobody can break their unity, and they will always prosper. The moral of the story is, be united and you will emerge as unbreakable.
The Hare and the Tortoise. Once upon a time, there was a jungle. In that jungle, there lived a tortoise and a hare. Both were very good friends. They always used to tease each other. Once, the hare said to the tortoise,
Oh, tortoise! You're so dark. You're so slow. You have so much of weight on your back. I don't know how you even walk.
and tortoise would reply to the hare,
Oh, hare! You know how long are your ears? Oh, they're almost touching the sky. And you know what? You are so afraid of everything that even if the wind blows, you are scared away.
That way, both the friends were enjoying each other's company. But one day, Hare thought of an idea. He said to the tortoise,
Oh, tortoise, you always make fun of me. Why don't we get into a competition?
Competition? What kind of competition you want, Hare?
Let's have a competition of who can run faster.
No. We cannot take the competition of who will run faster. Instead, we should take a competition of who reaches to the goal first.
Hare thought to himself,
Oh, it means the same thing. Because whoever runs faster will reach the goal first anyway.
So, Hare agreed to the tortoise condition, and they decided the date for the competition. So the day of the competition arrived. They came to one point, and on get, set, go! Both of them started moving, started going towards the goal that they decided as the end point. Hare, because he is so much faster than the tortoise, actually reached halfway the distance in a short while. But when he looked back, the tortoise was not even in the sight. But then he saw lush green grass and some vegetables around. He thought to himself,
Oh, it would take a lot of time for tortoise to come and catch me up.
So why don't I enjoy some food? So he started picking up the vegetables and started eating them. So once he had his stomach full, he thought to himself, "Oh, the tortoise is still so far away. I can easily beat him. Why don't I rest for a while and then I'll get up. I'll achieve the goal anyway." So he soon fell fast asleep. Meanwhile, the tortoise crawled slowly through its way, and he crossed the hare and saw that hare was sleeping. But tortoise kept on crawling. He did not even wake up the hare. Soon, the finish point was very close, and hare got up and realized that he was sleeping for a long time. He looked around and he did not see the tortoise. So he thought to himself, "Oh, even after I finished my sleep, tortoise is not to be seen. He must be so behind." So the hare started running again without even thinking that tortoise must have already crossed him. But when hare reached the end point, he saw that tortoise was smiling there and waiting for his friend to come. Hare reached the end point, the goal. When he saw the tortoise, he realized that he wasted lot of time and underestimated the persistence of the tortoise. So, moral of the story is, slow but steady wins the race, and fast, ignorant and overconfident will always lose the race.
The name of the story is The Salt Vendor and His Donkey. In a village, there lived a salt vendor. He used to buy lot of salt from the nearby town, and he would put all the guinea bags of the salt on his donkey's back and would take the salt back to his village. This donkey was very, very lethargic. He did not want to work. He always tried to avoid the work, but the salt vendor will always punish him with the stick and make him work. One day, as the salt vendor was coming back from the nearby village with lot of salt on the back of the donkey, there was a stream that came in between in their way. While they were crossing the stream, donkey slipped and fell into the stream. Because of that, a lot of salt got dissolved in the water, and when donkey got up, he realized that the weight on his back is reduced. That is when he got that idea. So after that incident, every time the salt vendor and the donkey crossed the stream, donkey would deliberately sit down and make the salt on his back dissolve in the water. That way, he had to carry less load Soon enough, salt vendor realized that the donkey is making this trick deliberately. So one day, instead of the salt, he put a lot of cotton in the guinea bags and put it on the back of the donkey. Donkey was very happy this time because he thought to himself,
Oh, if salt was so heavy and I could reduce it down in the stream, this time the weight is even lighter. Oh, I don't have to carry anything on my back today.
in that happiness, he came to the stream and with his usual trick in the middle of the stream, he sat down in the water. But this time, the result was different. Because of the cotton, water got soaked into the cotton, and cotton, instead of getting dissolved, got heavy. And so when donkey got up, it actually had so much of weight on his back that he was about to just lie down on the floor. But this time, the salt vendor bet him with the rod, and all the way back home, he kept on beating the donkey because he was walking so slow because of the weight. That time, donkey realized that the salt vendor now knows his trick. And he got so much beaten that from that day onwards, he decided not to do any trick whatsoever. So, the moral of the story is, avoiding the work may actually lead to more work and also the beating.
Once upon a time, there was a crow. One day, he became very thirsty. He flew hither and thither, looking for water to drink. But he could not find any water to drink anywhere. He felt very sad and sat high on the branch of a tall tree. Suddenly, Crow saw a pitcher in the garden at a distance. He thought to himself,
There seems some water there. Let me go to the pitcher and see if I can get some water.
So he flew and went and sat on the rim of the pitcher. He saw that there was little water in the bottom of the pitcher. He thought to himself,
How can I drink this water? I cannot reach to the bottom of the pitcher.
then he realized that he has to do something to get the water level up so that he can drink some of the water. He thought to himself for a moment and then he got an idea. He looked around and saw that there were some small stones laying around all over the garden. He went and picked up one stone at a time and put it in the pitcher. he realized that after putting 5-6 such stones, the water level has risen. Then he realized that if he puts some more stones, the water level will rise again. So he went around collecting these small stones and started putting that in pitcher. After a while, after many of the stones are dropped in the pitcher, the water came to a level so that the crow could quench his thirst by drinking that water. When Crow drank that water, he merrily flew away. Such a smart crow. The moral of the story is, need is the mother of all invention.
The Peacock and the Nightingale.
There was a village called Uttampur. There was a beautiful forest just adjacent to the village. The forest had wide variety of trees, birds, animals, fruits, flowers, and all the birds and animals moved very freely in the forest. It was a beautiful sight. There lived a peacock in that forest. That peacock had a beautiful body and even more beautiful feathers. Peacock would dance merrily, happily in the rainy seasons. It was one fine day during the rainy season, and as usual, Peacock was dancing very happily in the forest. Suddenly, Peacock thought of singing. So it started singing with its voice. To its dismay, it realized that his voice was not as beautiful as its body. It was very shrill. That is when Peacock realized that God did not give it the beautiful voice along with its beautiful body. It felt very sad, and tears rolled down from its eyes. There also lived a nightingale in the same forest. Nightingale came to this peacock and asked it,
Hey, my friend, what happened to you? Why are you crying? Why are you sad?
Peacock said to Nightingale,
Oh dear Nightingale, I don't know how to tell you, but I have such a beautiful body, but I don't have the beautiful voice.
So what, my friend? You have such a beautiful feathers and a body that itself is enough.
No, my dear Nightingale, I wished I also had beautiful voice the way you have.
Oh, Peacock, you think that I am lucky to have beautiful voice? But you know what? When people listen to my voice and they try to find me, and when they find me, they look at a tiny bird which does not look beautiful as much as it sounds beautiful, and they get disappointed. Now you think about it, my friend.
Although I have a beautiful voice, I don't have the beautiful body like you. But every day, I sing merrily and happily. And actually, I thank God to have given me such a beautiful voice. And I don't complain at all that I don't have the beautiful body as you have.
Peacock thought for a minute, and then it realized Nightingale was right. It should not complain about the bad voice, but it should always thank God for the most gorgeous body that God has given it. From that day onwards, Peacock never complained about its voice, and as usual danced very happily and merrily, spreading its feathers on the rainy days. Moral of the story: thank God for what you have and don't complain for what you don't.
The name of the story is The Grasshopper and the Ants.
It was fine day in the summer. There was a lot of activity everywhere. Summertime is the time where the sun shines with all its brightness. All birds and animals are busy doing their own things. As many others, the ants were busy picking up the grains from everywhere that they could find and bringing it to their ant hive. They were stacking up all the grains that they could find to store in the hive so that they can use it up when they will not be able to work in the winter days. There was one grasshopper who saw that all the ants are busy collecting the grains. So he went to the ants and said to them,
"Oh, my dear ants, what are you doing?"
The ants said to the grasshopper,
Oh, we are picking up the grains.
Grasshopper said,
Picking up the grains? Oh, for what? There is so much of grain and plenty of food around. Why are you working so hard right now?
The ant said,
We are not working for collecting the grain and eat it right now. We are actually trying to save it for the winter. You know, grasshopper, you also should do that. Because you'll not find any grain in the winter and you will starve to death.
The grasshopper laughed at them.
He said, Oh, my dear ants friends, nobody works in the summer. It is such a nice weather. Nobody should do any hard work in the summer. Oh, look at me. I'm just dancing and dancing and dancing and having good time of my life. Oh, don't you feel like having some good time too yourself?
The ants said,
No, grasshopper, you are wrong. You should work hard when the time is favorable, so that you can take little rest when time is not favorable.
The grasshopper told them,
Ho, I don't know what you're saying. I don't believe in your theory.
Oh, I'm so happy myself. Okay, bye-bye. That way, Grasshopper went away merrily, doing nothing but dancing away the whole summer. The summer got over, and then came the winter. Cold wind started flowing around. It was getting freezing. It was getting very cold. Everybody was in their nest, caves and hives, weathering away the winter. The ants in the hive also were at ease. They had stacked up a lot of grain during the summer, so now they could just relax and let the winter pass. But here, this grasshopper could not find anything to eat, and he started starving. So he came to the ants, and he was shivering with the cold. He asked the ants, "Ants, could you give me some grains? I am so cold. I am hungry also. Please give me some grains." Ants told him,
Oh, Grasshopper, we told you to work and store your grains for your winter. You never ever listened to us, and you actually made fun of us. You actually made fun of the hard-working ants, and you danced your way around in the whole summer. And now you are shivering and asking for food that we collected with our hard work? No! Go away! We will not give you anything! Go!
The grasshopper was disappointed, but he could not do anything because he realized that ants were right. He should have worked hard in the summer and saved the grains for himself for the winter. He just went away quietly, realizing that he would not make that mistake again. The moral of the story is, one should work hard in his good days to store the provisions for the bad day.
Clever fox and a foolish crow.
Once upon a time, in a village, old lady was selling some hot cakes. She was frying the hot cakes, and the smell of that hot cakes spread around. Near her house, there lived a crow. He got the smell of the hot cakes and he got tempted. He saw the old lady and thought of stealing one hot cake. So he came near the old lady and stole away one of the hot cakes from the plate. He happily sat on the branch of a tree, and he was just about to start eating that hot cake, and all of a sudden a fox came near to that tree. The fox saw that the crow had the hot cake in its mouth and fox wanted that hot cake. So he thought of an idea and he started praising the crow. He said to the crow, "Oh, wise crow, you are so beautiful. Oh, the color of your skin is so bright. Oh, you look so handsome. I do not have words to describe your grace." Listening to the praise from the fox, Crow thought that what Fox was saying is true. So he started believing in the lie of the fox and started thinking to himself,
I'm so beautiful. My skin is so beautiful. I'm the most handsome bird in the world.
by seeing that the crow is getting affected by the praise, Fox continued praising the crow. He said to him, "Oh, dear bro crow, you not only have beautiful body, but you have beautiful voice also. Oh, how can I describe the singing? How can I describe the beautiful voice that comes out of your mouth?" Listening to this, the crow was even more inflated by the ego and the pride. And by believing the fox and thinking that what he's saying is true, he really started singing. And as he started singing, he opened the mouth and the hot cake that he was holding in his mouth fell down. Fox got what he wanted. He took the hot cake and ran away. Crow tried to stop the fox and said,
Give me my hot cake. Give me my hot cake.
The fox said, "Oh, Crow bro, you have everything, but unfortunately, you have no brains. You believed in everything I said and you gave away your hot cake. I'm going. Bye-bye. Bye-bye." And the fox ran away with the hot cake and Crow was left with nothing. Moral of the story is, never believe in false praise and know yourself very well.